Hey, joining us now on the MARR Rock Show, we have Rozzik. I brought you music from Rozzik last week on the show, played Doomsday Walk for you. Welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks for having me.
So, for folks new to you, and I'll admit, we met online, and I was kind of new to you, who is Rozzik? Is Rozzik a person, a band? Tell the world who Rozzik is.
Rozzik is, I guess you could kind of say he's like a alter ego persona, but he's essentially the underdog rock star. He's the bastard child of New York City. It's just, it's a character that I've been developing for a very long time. It's just the way I want to portray myself to the public. I never wanted to just be another guy on stage in blue jeans. I wanted to have this image and this presence that when Rozzik hits that stage, it's something special, something different. And there's just different stories and themes within all the stuff that we do.
So now you're not up there by yourself. You have a band. Tell us a little bit about the formation of the band and how long you guys have been working together as Rozzik, the band, so to speak.
Well, I mean, I've been doing this thing for quite a while. I would say since 2009. I started pursuing the whole Rozzik thing, and it's been a lot of different lineups over the years, and I think I've struggled a lot with that. I think that's why the band hasn't quite jumped off as quickly as I'd liked. But now we seem to have a much more passionate group. I have Roach on drums. He's been with me for about 3 years. He's the longest-lasting member of the band. I got two new young guys on guitars, Jake and Andy, very hungry kids. And I got somebody on bass named Greg, and he's the newest guy to the band. Just joined the band a month ago, and he's very experienced in the scene and very passionate as well. So now I finally got some guys that understand where I'm coming from, and also local guys that actually want to do something more than just the local scene. I mean, we really aspire to be a touring act and to really get on the radar.
Now, I know you got new music coming out, but before we talk about that, I played last week Doomsday Walks for People, and I know our buddy Virus works on that with you, so tell us a little bit about that tune. How'd you end up working with Virus?
Well, you know, being in the New York City scene, you get to meet a lot of people along the way, and I've been, you know, kind of just, you know, in that circle for a couple of years. I would say since 2008 was around the time I first started really hitting the city. I mean, I'm a Queens boy, you know, from birth, so I'm a New York City guy through and through. But I really started hitting those circles around 2008, and I bumped into AC Slade because he was living in New York at the time. I think he still lives here. And kind of through AC, that's how I met Virus, and Virus was kind of at a crossroads. I think at that point, Dope wasn't really quite doing as much, and he was trying to find his next niche, I think. And this was kind of like a down period. He was looking to produce a couple of bands, and I got hooked up with him. And he didn't get it, but I was starstruck because I had listened to Dope in high school. Like, Dope was like one of my favorite bands in high school. I was, you know, very big on the new metal of like Dope and Disturbed and Static X and 3 Days Grace and stuff like that. So to work with him was just killer. And you know, he had a nice little studio, and he just, you know, he did my stuff justice. But he was very down to earth and very supportive.
Yeah, man, he's a great guy. I've always enjoyed talking to him, and you guys did a great project together. The tune was really cool, so I enjoyed it very much. So, hey, let's talk about the new music coming out. Now, I've got a hold of Raindrops and Broken Glass, and tell folks when we're going to be able to hear that music, you know, out maybe beyond the radio circles and when people can pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you know, what we did was we recorded 4 tracks with Paul Bento. Some people may or may not know who Paul Bento is. Paul worked with the Type O Negative crew back in the day. He's actually the guy who played sitar on all the Type O Negative records. He was kind of part of their crew behind the scenes. And he actually got to play guitar in the last live version of Carnivore. So he's definitely got those, like, real true, like, Brooklyn Type O roots to him. And he's got a really nice studio in Brooklyn, and he's kind of been like my mentor, taking me under his wing. So we've been really taking our time with this. It's taken us well over a year just to do 4 tracks. We're just trying to make it just right and gather the sound and it's almost kind of like the New York City's version of Chinese democracy. It's kind of like, when is Rozzik finally going to come out with something? Because I've had so many band changes and just personal, demons and stuff. I mean, this really, for me, Rozzik is kind of a success story. Every time I hit that stage, it's like I've won, and I think eventually the fans will realize that. But getting back to the tracks, what we're doing right now is, I think it seems the plan is, and I think a lot of up-and-coming bands are starting to do this now with the way the business is recording EPs, but releasing single by single, and if possible with a respective video. So the first single is called Rockstar, and I think it's kind of like a friendly introduction of Rozzik to people. It's really just a good feel-good summer song. It's a sing-along chant kind of thing. It's just good times, and it's like, hey, you know what? The haters might try to get at me, but I'm going to rise above this, and I'm a rock star. And I think for a lot of people, the term rock star can mean anything, whether it's being strong and confident in music, at your job, school, being a good parent, whatever it is. I think it's multidimensional. But, of course, art is art, and people will see what they want out of it, for better or for worse. But that's my take on it. So July 21st is when we're releasing Rockstar. It'll be out. We're going to put it out independently through CD Baby, and I think we're going to probably just have it on our website, CoreRozzik.com, to start. And that's like the launching pad for it.
Now, you're also kind of coincidentally that they have a pretty big show. Why don't you tell people about that show that happens to coincide with that magic July 21st date?
Yes, we're playing the Gramercy Theater in New York City. It's probably one of our favorite venues in the area to play. It's, especially for the type of show that we do. It's a big stage. Sometimes I run into the crowd. I just go nuts. So that's kind of being like our single release party. So anybody that buys a ticket to this show off our website, CoreRozzik.com, we'll get a free download of the single as well. And actually, the show itself is a big deal because we're opening up for the Bullet Boys and Tracy Guns. He's got his own version of LA Guns right now. I think it's called Gunzo. It's got Rudy Sarzo on bass in it. And I think they'll be doing some LA Guns covers, Ozzy Osbourne covers. And, of course, Rozzik will be there, too. So it's a good deal. $16. The ticket's online. Comes with a ticket and a free download. So if you get it through us, it's a sweet deal.
And then we're looking forward to hearing that music come out. Now, tell me what you mean, and you kind of hit on it just a little just then, but tell me what you mean by organized chaos. You referred on your Facebook page to your shows as organized chaos.
Right. See, Rozzik is just a loose cannon on stage, and it's kind of, and some people are like, what is wrong with this guy? Why is he talking in the third person? Because, I am Rozzik, but at the same time, Rozzik is a character. It's very similar to the way Alice Cooper might describe himself. When I get on stage, I totally transform. And I love being Rozzik, don't get me wrong, because he gets the chicks and all that stuff. But it's a whole other vibe, and you never know which way I'm going to be swinging. And swinging is a good term, kind of like when you're a baseball team. Like sometimes you're the home team, and sometimes you're the away team. Now, if Rozzik feels like he's the away team, he's going to treat the crowd a little different. If you're lucky, we're the home team and everyone plays ball and everybody's good. But there's sometimes where, if the crowd's not reacting just right, Rozzik gets very upset. He wants the crowd to get involved. Yeah, this is this is no joke. Like, you pay $10, $15 for the show, you should be excited to see the show, and we're going to do the best we can to get you excited. And if you're acting like a dead fish, well, Rozzik's going to have something to say about it. It's just that vibe. We're all about putting on a show,
Well, man, I'm really excited to hear the new single when it comes out. We'll be paying attention, and for folks listening, that's July 21st. And, hey, if you get tickets to that show at Gramercy, if you're up in the New York City area, that's the Tracy Guns version, LA Guns, Bullet Boys, and Rozzik. And, hey, for folks that are looking for you, I'm going to spell it because folks want to be able to find it. It's KoreRozzik, correct?
That's right. It's Core. It's not Corey. I'm not the boy next door, but I'm the people's rock star.
So, folks, this has been Rozzik, and we featured Doomsday Walks last week. We're going to play that one again this week, and another tune from Rozzik as well, man. Hey, thanks for being here on the Marmy Rock Show. It's been great talking to you, and we're going to be following your escapades there and watching for you guys on the 21st, and hoping you make it down to the Pennsylvania area at some point, but we'll be keeping an eye on you, man.
Well, you know what, let me just do a quick plug just so you know. Actually, July 11th, we're playing Dobbs MetalCon with Don Jameson. And August 21st, we are playing the New Penny in Scranton.
Awesome, man. So you're doing the PA circuit. That's really cool to hear. Glad to hear you down in our home state, man. So, hey, for Rozzik, everybody up in New York City, have a great night, man. And thanks so much for being here on the show.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.